Really? Bitch. Bitch.
Bitch.
Hey, fellow disasters.
Welcome back to another episode of Really Bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And this week, we're going to be talking about awakenings of the sexual kind.
Sexy awakenings. When did you kind of feel that the sensation in your ninny?
Oh my god!
And you were
the
like,
tingling.
well,
What's that? Let's explore that.
It was like, well, what could this be?
I honestly couldn't tell you, like, I don't think I have, like, proper stories. I know you have proper moments or, like, memories of when you stopped and been like, oh.
I mean, in terms of an actual awakening, I feel like every time I tell people this, they look at me a bit funny. It takes them a while to realize, you know, who was the subject of my attraction. Because I guess
mean,
when you...
Can you blame them?
when you open
blame
up,
them?
I guess when you open up with, oh my god, 102 Dalmatians was my sexual awakening.
Yeah.
And like people just don't get it, and I'm like, well, not the dogs, like Cruella de Vil, obviously. Jesus. When people are like, oh, thank God, I'm like, what the fuck? Do you think I would just be like if I was
like they're just looking at you, waiting for you to jump in, like you know, just sort of guessing, like, does she mean the
dogs?
Oh. And then you're there like, Jesus Christ, no. Like, oh, okay,
No.
I just wanted to make
check,
sure, yeah.
yeah, which is so funny. But yeah, I just remember watching 102 Dalmatians, and let's be specific, it's 102, not 101, it's 102.
The one where Cruella gets out of prison and does her time.
Yeah. She goes to like rehab, like a rehabilitation center. And I don't know what it was. Like, I remember showing someone because they were like, wait, what do you mean? Like, I don't remember what she looks like. And I showed them a picture of Cruella de Vil. And they were just like, I don't get it. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like,
and you're there like queer baby self, like, really? No one else?
No one else. Like,
no one? Really?
I mean, Glenn Close looked so sexy in that film. I don't think enough people give her credit for how hot she looked. But,
I mean, she did have crazy hair though.
Okay, whatever. Like, which is funny as well because I'm vegan, but like it's the look of the fur and, you know, the like latexy leather boots that she would wear and the long, like cigarette holder even.
It's very sugar mammy, older woman, please take care of me kind of vibe.
Yeah, you know, into fashion. Like, she was sexy, man. But it was specifically 102 Dalmatians because there's this scene in a cake factory.
Oh, God, it's towards the end of the film, isn't it?
Yeah, but I remember watching it as a kid and everyone, like, it's meant to be like this slapstick moment where everyone's like, ha ha, like Cruella gets her comeuppance.
Yeah, because
everything.
like all of the dogs are like, what are they? They're like throwing food on her or something, or like spitting on her or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's one bit. Like a dog spits on her.
Yeah, because he's got like a load of, you know, the dribbling saliva.
Drooly. Yeah, that's his character arc. He's known as the drooly dog. But yeah, and I remember everyone else is like laughing, and I was watching it as a kid, and I just felt this sensation, and I didn't know what it was, and I immediately went upstairs and started like, you know, doing my things, having a little feely feel. But I didn't get it. Like, I didn't know what that was, why it was, you know, well, it wasn't wrong, but, you know, I guess my Catholic mum was like, oh my God, stop it. Like, she's got a problem. She's always rubbing her fronts on things. I was like a serial masturbator at like the age of 7.
Well, if no one told you, like, you're gonna
I didn't get it.
Especially as a kid, you're gonna be like, what the like what the hell is going on? Like, it feels good, so I'm gonna keep doing it. And then someone turns around and is like, you need to stop. You're gonna be like, why?
Why, Mom?
And
God.
yeah, and plus, if you don't get an explanation, because you don't know why it's happening, you don't know, like, you literally, it's like your own body, like, you don't know what's going on, and then you're just being told no. Of course, you're gonna be like, well, might as well do this, you know, in my own time, where people can't see me.
Legit. Oh man. Yeah, it's such a weird one though. I feel like it's quite a niche. Although I remember recently reading an interview and it was like Glenn Close talking about that role, or like talking about all of her roles, and she was like, the director had a real thing about the leather boots that I was wearing.
Oh.
Like, I think that scene was intentionally meant to be a bit sexual.
Oh,
because
the director had some hang-ups maybe, and he was like, I want the... You know how, oh, that's a good one. You know how Tarantino, and you know, you've seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Mm.
He really said, I don't care. People already know I like feet, so I'm going to add more.
But aren't like all the feet dirty though?
Yes, because no one wears socks. I don't know why. So there's this scene in that film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where I think it's, what the fuck, Beckham? No, not Beckham. What's his name? The one who's married to Angelina Jolie.
Oh, Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. I don't know why I thought about Beckham. I knew it was a B.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
So... I know, this is how bad I am with fucking names. Anyway.
I mean, Beckham in that film would have been a very different film.
Oh, definitely different. But yeah, he like picks up this chick, and what a surprise. She's been walking barefoot on the raw ground. And then and then when she's in his car and they're chatting and stuff, she puts her feet on the top of the dash, and there's a shot from outside of the car, and it's just her dirty feet pressed up to the windshield. I'm like,
no,
bro. It, like, there are so many, like, you know, remember in Kill Bill, you know, he had moments like that where he wanted, you know, the feet in the main act, you know, but in that film, Once Upon a Time, he literally said, I don't care. Here's some feet. And he put so much in there.
Jesus. That's so funny.
So I wouldn't be surprised if other directors do that. You know, probably not with feet, they but do. Other stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. whether they know it or not, they're like, I wonder why this idea came to me.
Like... Dreaming about it, frothing at the mouth like the night before.
Oh, Jesus. But yeah, I mean, I think this relates specifically to like our queer awakenings and stuff. Do you feel like cartoons, like growing up, you didn't realize why you liked a character so much, and then you look back and you're like,
gay.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, I mean, come on, the stereotypical characters like Kim Possible, right? She-Go. Everyone saw her. As soon as she came on the scene, everyone was like, "Whoo! Why do I feel like this?" Like,
dum dum dee dum dum.
Yeah. Genuinely, there's like quite a few. There's quite a few like that.
Oh my god, the chick from Atlantis, the lost city.
She
of Atlantis,
did not have to be that sexy. She did not have to look like that.
And it's like that bit where she's like, when Milo comes into his office and she's just there in the dark and she's kind of like, oh, I came down the chimney. And she like, I don't know, it was very sexual.
It was so. It did not. This is a film for children.
There's so many. Another character that was inherently sexy, and I don't know why they made her so sexy. Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame. There's like a scene when you first meet her and she does like this thing on like a pole. And I'm like, yo, why do I feel like this? I was like that priest guy, Frollo, you know, when he was like, witchcraft. Because I was like, why are you making me feel this way?
Yeah. Because you're under her spell.
It's like, look, you know, man has a point.
It has to be witchcraft.
I was like, yo, yeah, I feel a little bit attacked right now.
That is so dumb. No, yeah, she did look good. Oh, come, we have to talk about it. Lion King. No, because you're bringing up Disney. We got to talk about it. Go on.
Why did they make the lion so sexy?
Can anyone tell, or can anyone guess if Wombat is a furry or not?
I'm not a furry.
Put your votes in now. Put your votes in, my guys.
Okay, this is because I have a thing for Bambi's dad. and Nomi and her
Bambi's
boyfriend.
dad.
Nomi and her boyfriend rag on me, right? Because they're like, he looks like a fucking deer, and I'm like, no, it's his aura, man. He's like, well, he is a deer, but he's like, he doesn't look like a regular deer, you know, like he's got a bit more to him.
God.
And also, again, like Kovu, like I don't get it, you know, like why are you making these lions, these animals so sexy? Like it's not right. Oh my god, did you ever watch that film Spirit? It's about
the one about the horses.
Okay, why did they give the horse eyebrows?
Bro, animals have eyebrows sometimes.
No, but not
my
like,
dog has little dot eyebrows.
Yeah, but not like the eyebrows they gave him. They gave him like a full-on insta baddie eyebrow, and I was like, why are you trying to make me want to fuck these animals? Like, stop.
I highly doubt animation studios like Disney.
I think they do. I think they know exactly what they're doing. They're like, let's make this animal sexy. Like,
oh no. Okay, right. Pixar, there is no need for Mrs. Incredible's ass to be that fat.
She has such a fat ass. I honestly thought that Mrs. Incredible in the second film should have been lesbian with the villain.
Yo, this is what, right. Another perfect example. As soon as that villainess came on screen, I was like, oh wow, she kind of sexy, you know?
Yeah.
And then she did the whole, and obviously she's definitely canon, you know, queer because she can't sit right.
She can't sit right. She's got like the messy hair. She looks like she hasn't slept for a while.
Yes.
And it's that deep husky voice.
And just the way she talks. Oh, yeah, no, she's definitely queer.
She's queer, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember seeing her come on screen and I was like, ooh, I'm getting vibes from this chick. And then obviously, and she ends up being the villain. And I'm like, oh, classic move. They could have been gay.
You got me, Pixar. You got me there. I feel like anime was what got me into, like, in a similar sense to the cartoons that I watched that got me interested in girls, or even if I didn't realize why I liked them so much. I feel like anime did that for me for boys, like Yu-Gi-Oh and fucking, especially like the kids ones, Yu-Gi-Oh and especially Beyblade. I have and still do have a crush on that one guy called Kai. And he was like, he has this thing, he's like, Dranzer. And I used to love him so much because he was like this moody bitch that would just like, he was like, I don't want to be a part of your team. But he really did want to be part of their team. And he would wear like, he had like the most whack fashion sense, my guy. Like he wore like baggy ass pants, a tank top. He had like blue face paint on his face. and then he'd wear like this long white scarf that would like trail behind him.
What
like
is
a
the
cape.
point of wearing a vest then if you're just gonna put on a scarf? What?
And I was just like, that's my man.
You were so proud. You were so proud.
So proud. I remember like when me and my cousins would watch like Beyblade, and I'm like, oh my god, Kai! so hyped, man. And Yu-Gi-Oh as well, man. Yu-Gi-Oh done fucked me.
Oh yeah, you loved Yu-Gi-Oh.
I loved Yu-Gi-Oh. Yami Yugi could get it. Kaiba could get it. Yami Bakura could get it. And to an extent, Pegasus could get it.
No. To an extent, Pegasus could get it. No.
Yeah, because he kind of gave me like creeper vibes, but
yeah, massive creeper. He was a bit of a nonce, wasn't he?
Even like he had like a card game empire just so he could entice children into his palace.
Honestly, yeah, probably.
Like, I'll trade you my blue eyes white dragon if you come into my palace, Yugi boy.
Every time it would always be the same stupid card he would want to trade. I'm like, can you please get a different line?
Bro, I like recently was watching Yu-Gi-Oh because I just wanted to like watch something. Like at the beginning of lockdown, I think I started rewatching Yu-Gi-Oh. And there's this scene where Kaiba, who's like the bad guy, I guess, like Yugi's arch nemesis, comes into Yugi's grandpa's store, and it's like, it's also the voice acting that kills me. But he's like, "I want to buy your blue eyes white dragon card," and the grandpa's like, "Well, I'm not gonna sell it to you, young sir." It's like, "Well, you gotta sell it to me." I'm like, why not just steal it? Like, why? And he just does it, and then it's like, I think he like kills the granddad, and they all come back, and they're like, "Oh my god, Yuki's granddad's dead."
That is so dumb. He's so dumb. Why did he have to kill an old guy for a card?
And it's not even because he was gonna like steal it off him. It was just like, this card's not for sale.
Nah, I'm just gonna end this man's career.
So dumb,
Jesus.
man.
So dumb. When I was younger as well. Right. Megan Fox. Obviously everyone loved Megan Fox, but Megan Fox specifically in the Transformer film. I remember watching that on TV like, oh,
well.
She be looking kinda nice, don't she?
Oh, God.
Yeah, but that's like my inner monologue. It's creepy. I'm creepy. I'm sorry.
You sound like Yagame when he's about to like plan his next move. He's like, "Oh yes, it's all."
Are you saying
together.
it sound like a murderer? Jesus Christ, my guy! Please, like, it's not that bad.
So, like, okay, so you obviously had Megan, but when I was younger, I was really into WWE wrestling.
Oh, this one, yeah.
I think, between Cruella DeVille and Lita from WWE, they were my, like, queer awakenings for sure, for, like, 100. And, like, Lita especially.
I wish I knew mine. Well, I think because I always knew, you know, that I was queer, like, I always had that kind of feeling of, like, oh, no, I'm definitely into whatever, you know? Add a little bit of spice, that's me. So I already kind of knew, so I think that's why I don't remember specific awakenings, because it was always...
because you've got a shitty memory.
I mean, that too, but I remember when, like, so in primary school, you know, when girls started to, like, roll up their skirts and stuff and, like, wear short skirts or whatever, and I'd get told off for it, and I'm just here like, oh, wow, I hope this doesn't awaken something in me.
I'm dead. Oh my god. This is the thing though. So like, yeah, with WWE, I thought I just wanted to be Lita. Like I used to wear the combat pants and like I would like tuck in my top. Yeah, I used to tuck my top in, my little vest, so it looked like I was wearing like a tank top, like a crop top kind of thing that she was wearing. And I would like prance around the house and I'm like, yeah, like playing her music like, yeah, Lita, woo. And little did I know that I was just, you know.
Gay.
Yeah. But I remember because I recently met Lita because she was doing like a fan thing in the UK. And I remember I had all these feelings and I saw her and I was in that line and I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, this is her. And you can, if you look at the picture, I'm like clenching my fist. I'm literally the Arthur meme. And the panic in my eyes, the gay panic in my eyes, I'm literally like
losing. Yeah, it's really funny because weren't you like the only woman there?
No, there were other women, but it was, I'm not going to lie, it was predominantly like sweaty men.
Oh, what a surprise. And you were just there like inside.
I remember, so I purposely, I wore my Xena the Warrior Princess shirt, another crush of mine. I wore it and like when I went there, she was like, I like your shirt. And I was like, like literally dying inside. But obviously on the outside, I was like, oh, cheers. And then I left and I was like, damn it, why did I
should have made my move. I should have made a move.
I should have just been like, ayo, I hope this don't make you feel uncomfortable, but you were my queer awakening. Okay, bye.
I just think you have a thing for like buff women.
Yeah, maybe.
Amazonian women. I mean, Xena Warrior Princess, Lita, who was in WWE. I just think you have a thing for women who look like they can really mess you up.
Yeah.
Even
Legit.
Though, like, come on, my guy, you are 4 foot nothing. You are so small, and yet you are metaphorically punching so high up because you're like, I want these beefy women, man.
These buff women. But this is funny though. So for you, like you grew up like fancying, you know, like glam rock, like those kinds of guys, and you're dating the whitest, like
straightest
Wonder Bread man I could have ever met. I remember when you first showed me a picture of him, I was like, I was so confused. I was like, what?
Really?
He's so beyond your type. But it's funny. It just makes me laugh.
I just have a thing for like guys with dark hair. I don't know why, but blonde dudes never done it for me.
He doesn't even have dark hair though, does he? It's
oh my God,
kind of like mousy brown.
It's dark.
I would say it's mousy brown.
I mean, it's still brown. It's not blonde, babes. Like, that's all that I care about.
Yeah, it's not blonde, but it's not dark, though. It's just like mousy brown.
I think it's quite dark. Anyway,
whatever. Because whatever.
But yeah, he's like the straightest, whitest guy. And I ended up picking him after falling in love so many times with glam rock singers who could really like swoon me. And here I is about to have an anniversary with Wonder Bread.
Wonder Bread. Fucking insane.
One time, like there's been a couple of times where I would be like, oh, would you let me paint your nails? Or like, would you let me put makeup on you? And he's straight up like, no. Like, oh, come on, like, wouldn't you? And he's like, because he has no interest whatsoever in that stuff. He doesn't care.
Yeah,
he just genuinely doesn't care. I mean, one time I did his nails for him. I didn't paint them. I just cut his cuticles, and I like filed them. I was like, oh, let me do something nice for you. And he was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's it. That's the most I get. That's the most I get. You know how you see girls online who are like, oh, boyfriend does my makeup, or I do my boyfriend's makeup. He wouldn't do that shit to me. He wouldn't do that shit to me.
You should totally try and convince him to wear the maid dress.
Oh, I did get him in a dress once.
Yeah, because that Alice in Wonderland thing. You guys did like an Alice in Wonderland get up, didn't you?
Yeah. And the only reason I got him to buy the dress, right, the only reason he did buy the dress is because one, I convinced him, and two, I said, we should do a couple's Halloween costume because I already have the Mad Hatter costume. So it only makes sense if you're Alice. And I can't be Alice because I already have a costume, you know? And I fully convinced this grown-ass man to get a dress, and he wore it.
He's like, yes, logical, I'll do it.
I mean, he didn't want to, but then I think because it was funny, like it sounded quite funny, and everyone loved it. Like we went to a Halloween party and everyone was like, oh wow, you guys look so good. I was like, inside I was like, hell yeah. I knew this was the right decision.
Yeah. That's so jokes, man. That's so funny.
Yeah. When it comes to women, I know you like them beefy girls.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I don't date. Like, I don't know. I would say it kind of extends to just more like, I like dark features, kind of unique features. Very like, yeah, kind of, they look like they could be a villain.
I get that, yeah.
You know, like,
it's funny because I used to be so before I started actually dating anyone. I used to always think, oh my god, blonde girls, blonde women, I can't wait. Goodbye, blonde men. Please don't come near me. I don't know why that was a thing, but I absolutely did not find blonde men attractive for some reason. Yeah. This doesn't include like dyed hair. Yeah. If you bleach your hair, that's a different story, okay? I'm talking about naturally blonde guys.
Yeah.
But then I would put like blonde women on this pedestal like, oh my god, she's a queen. She's a seductress. She's amazing. Like, you know, everything. And then I end up dating dark-haired women. I'm like, well, what's happened here?
That's so funny.
I mean, yeah, the women I've dated have been like small-chested, good bank, you know.
What's that got to do with anything?
Oh, you know, bank at the back.
I would say, yeah. Oh.
Yeah. That's the cake. They have the cake.
I thought you meant like they were well-financed.
Nah, they got the cake.
I thought you meant like, yes, you know, they're doing a good job.
Their credit score will be good, you know.
That's so jokes. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I feel like I just like, kind of like unique. They've got that kind of like sultry kind of vibe to them.
Alternative, anything like alternative. I would date whatever if they were like, shaved head with that, you know, like bleached peach fuzz. And then they like, I don't know, they were just weird as hell. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. You know, you see like super androgynous people. You know, there's a part of me where I'm like, damn, I wish that was me. And then there's also another part of me that's like, hey, I wish they were with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel that.
Like, I feel with guys, obviously this is just completely biased because I only have like one dude's opinion, or like the dudes I know. They're into like, obviously straight guys tend to go for quite feminine women. You know, long hair, they like the long hair, they like, you know, whatever. But like, I know that my boyfriend, he likes like when my hair started growing and stuff, because when we started speaking at uni, I actually had a shaved head.
Yeah, you did.
I basically had his haircut. And he still fell in love with me. Anyway. But yeah, he absolutely loves like, long hair and, you know, wearing feminine clothing.
Also, it's funny because he likes because you dye your hair a lot, and he really wanted you to get like pastel kind of colors at one point, right?
He suggested pastel because he was like, I really think you would look really good with like pastel pink or something.
And you were just there like, no, I'm gonna go fiery orange instead. You're like, cute, I was like, thanks for your opinion, but anyways.
But no.
I feel like this episode has literally just been us being like, I think also because it's
look at that good.
honestly, I think also because it's been locked down, we're both just hella horny.
I mean, I think a lot of people are.
I'm so horny. Oh, the amount of times my parents have walked in on me watching like stuff.
It just reminds me of Rick and Morty in the early episodes where like his dad just walks in and Morty is just like closing a laptop really fast. He's like, "Hey, no, knock next time. You know, you don't know what I'm doing in here. I'm like a 14-year-old kid, you know? I could be looking at anything." That's me to this day.
I mean, I remember a very vivid memory of me watching Camelot, and Ava Green plays Morgana. And there's a scene where she's having sex, and it's quite, it's quite intense.
And you just glued.
And my dad walks past, and he was like, "What are you watching?" And it's like she's literally getting rammed, and I'm just there like
railed.
Yeah, and I'm just there like, it's a historical show.
Oh God. See, it's moments like that.
You think we were being hella open right now? Just you wait.
Just wait.
You're going to get to know us quite intimately.
Well, I mean, I don't really care, so.
Neither do I.
I mean, I think, God, I need to stop bringing up my white boyfriend. Anyway, my Wonder Bread boyfriend.
Yeah, stop talking about him. God.
Well, I was just going to say, because obviously he's got like his friends, I've got mine. And obviously we both went to the same all-girls school, right? So we have a lot of friends who are women.
Yeah.
We've known each other for quite a few years now.
Yeah.
And so we're really, really open about stuff. Guys aren't. I know they ask each other questions or they talk about, you know, whatever, but it is not like how we talk about stuff.
Like, we discuss intimate details.
Yeah, like, really, we could give you a play-by-play script, my guy. But they're just like, "Oh yeah, I did that." Anyway.
But I feel like it doesn't come with, it's not like us being like, "Oh my God, spill all the dirty secrets." It's just like, so yeah, like me and my partner were doing this, and then we'd be like, go on. Like, it's just like, it's
so normal for us.
Yeah.
It's just,
yeah.
I don't know what to say. It's just normal, but
yeah.
I found that quite strange. The fact that they don't do the same thing. I don't know why. It's because I'm so used to it, I think. Because any sort of question or, you know, when we were growing up at school, we would just ask our friends.
Yeah.
You're like, do you guys get this? Or like, you know, stuff like that.
I mean, when I first figured out what masturbating was, I legit was like, I can't wait to discuss this with everyone.
Yeah.
I remember telling our mutual friend at school, and this is when she was like hella Catholic. And I told her, I was like, "Hey, yo, so I masturbate and it's great and you should do it too." And she was like, "Oh, this is going to take me a while to adjust to this."
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, "I don't know how I feel about this."
Oh,
it's
so
a sin.
It's a sin.
And we talk about this now. And she's like, "Why the fuck was I such a neek, bro? Like, why did I say that?" And I was like, "I don't know. I found it funny either way. I wasn't offended."
Oh, so funny. Yeah, like I remember. Oh God. Yeah, like like when I went to uni and I was living with my housemates. You know, I'll just come into the room sometimes being like, "Wow, guys, I need to tell you about last night. Let me get in here because I had the best wank of my life last night."
Honestly, yeah.
Like they knew, they expected it of me. I'd come into the room like, "Guys, so last night, yeah?" Or like this morning or like just now. Yeah.
Or like, yeah, even us now before this episode.
Oh yeah.
You were like ringing me and you were like, "I beg, I hope you're not trying to finish." And I was just there like
moon emoji. I'm like, "Oh nah, this bitch trying to ruin my career."
And on that note,
yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was another episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed listening to our intimate details. Because we feel no shame.
Yeah. If for some reason you get embarrassed from listening to us talk because you feel, I don't know, secondhand cringe or something, don't worry. We're past it now. We're good.
Because we don't. Join us next week and listen to what has us saying really bitch.
Bye.
Really bitch.
And we had this like one wheelie chair, and that, let's just say, me and that wheelie chair were best friends.
What?
During my childhood.
Oh, I really hope our parents don't listen to this episode.